Hey there, welcome to module number 4. You guys are almost there. You only have one more module left, and then you are done with this program. So, congratulations. So far, I've only had one person drop. We started with 21, and we are currently at 20. So, thank you guys for sticking in there. I know this has been a lot of work on top of your already hectic schedules. So, giving you a quick overview of the new things that are in your course shell. I do have your lab day resources. I have started uploading. I'm missing a couple and have reached back out to see if they could send that information to us. I did get Salvation Army, and I will go ahead and move that one up top for you guys here momentarily so it's in the right spot. If you have additional resources that you feel would be helpful for others, please send it my way and I will upload it in this tab for you guys. Coming on down, what to expect for Module 4. All right. I made this. I'm very proud of myself. Thank you, ChatGPT. So community paramedicine, building resilient communities is kind of our goal. So you have kind of short weeks. This runs from October 27th until November 14th. So it's almost a month, not quite a month, a little bit less than a month. So there's not as much work that's in here. Also, you guys are going to be preparing and building those final projects for your own community paramedic program. Those are going to be peer graded as well as staff graded. So what you will do is you will upload your work into the course shell, and everyone will come in and actually you have to view one person's community paramedic proposal and then submit a grade. So I'm working with IT to get that set up for you guys, and then I also will be giving you a grade as well. There is a helpful little handy dandy tutorial that I will also move to module 4 that I stuck in module 3 that talks a little bit about ScreenPal and the recording options that you have with ScreenPal. This is what I use to make your videos. It is free for up to 15 minutes, and these should be about 15 minutes anyways. So any longer than that, I think is a little overkill. So 15 minutes is your max for your final projects, and I'll make sure that I move your ScreenPal how-to recording session over to module 4. So please be wrapping up with any outdated or overdue assignments that you have. I would rather you guys ask for an extension than to get a 0. Like I said, I know we're juggling, so just keep me in the loop and I will do what I can to work with you. So October 27th through the 2nd, you have the rest of your chronic conditions. It was like 177 slides, so we broke that down into 2 more tolerable chapters for you guys. This is your PowerPoint that goes with it. And then you have a couple of local resources. These are pretty cool, especially the, I believe it's the mental health, housing, and chronic diseases health priorities. There's some really cool, charts in these that I thought would be a little eye-opening for those of us working local. Then November 3rd through the 9th, we are focusing on mental health for the first portion. This is a really good chapter. There's a lot of helpful information about mental health in here. And then there's a couple of videos, the decisions and deliberations. They're both TED Talks. They're really well put together. They focus on schizophrenia mainly, being one of the discussion for both of them. And there's a discussion post around mental health and your role as a CP. So it does kind of piggyback off of these 2 videos, but there are prompts in here that I would like you to go through, reflect, connect it to your field work and all of that. So you can pick a couple of the prompts to go with. So, and then please respond to at least 2 classmates discussion post. You guys are definitely procrastinators. I see as we get more into this course, it's the last couple of days that people are finalizing and doing work. Please try not to do that with your discussion posts so we have enough time to actually come in and have some meaningful discussion, if at all possible. So coming on down, we do have community strategies or communication strategies for children with special needs. IT is loading up that H5P for you, so it should be available by the time you pop into this course. Also, I forgot, there is a grading rubric for your discussion post. So if you're curious as to how I'm grading you, I went ahead and put that in there, and that's pretty applicable for all of your discussion posts that I'm grading. So the last week is geriatrics. So that also ties back to our chronic conditions. It's a lot of repeat These two videos, geriatrics and communication strategies, are not as long as the previous videos. They're short little jump-ins, just refreshers, reviews, and how it pertains to you as a CP in the field. And then your second assignment is going to be building protocols. Don't panic. I'm not asking you to build a protocol from scratch. This is just a short essay. It needs to go through when you're implementing your community paramedic program. That is your final assignment. What are you going to need? Protocol wise, what additional guidelines are you going to have to put into place? Are you doing drug assisted medication? So are you going through doing harm reduction basically? So what kind of protocol will you need to have into place if that is going to be one of your focuses for your community paramedic program? So it should be 350 to 650 words ish. I say ish roughly. APA, ML format are always welcome, but it doesn't have to be that. It's just something to give you a guide. There is an attached grading rubric in here. So when you open it up, let me see if I can get it to work. And you scroll down, you have got your grading rubric and directions right here. So make sure you are popping in and doing that assignment pretty early on. It will help you with your final project. And last but certainly not least, down here on this page, down at the bottom, I've updated some protocols and toolkits for you guys to look at. These are not mandated grades, but when you're thinking about your own programs and your own communities, these are some examples of what other places are doing. So there's one from Idaho down here, as well as South Carolina, and then Buncombe County is in here. So feel free to take a gander at that to get some inspiration. And the last thing to remind you of is your quizzes and exams. Do not forget that you do have your quizzes and exams, and I have reopened these for people that were outstanding, so thank you. Looks like you went back in and completed those. Yay, kudos. Module 3 should be wrapping up here within the next couple of days. By the time you watch this, it probably will already be wrapped up. So Module 4 will be open. You only have 3 quizzes, so 20 questions each. Totally doable. The large focus is going to be around your discussion post and then getting ready for your final presentation. So final presentation should be less than 15 minutes long. It should be a PowerPoint that is recorded to some extent. Definitely can use YouTube. If you know how to use YouTube and want to make that a part of your presentation, you can do that, or you can use your Screen Pal little assistant tool. So as always, please don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions. Keep up the fantastic work. You guys are rocking and rolling. Only one more module left. Also, resources, don't forget, we do have IBSC. We're starting to think about IBSC exam now. So you do have a study guide that's in here, as well as a little outline and a candidate handbook of what to expect. You also can download different apps to study with. I find that they're not great for the IBSC, but if anyone comes across any really cool studying tools for this, please reach out and let me know, and let's share that with others. All right, have a great one and stay safe, and holler if you have any questions.